Hey there, you lovely people. The end is here. This is a final episode of FIFA 22 Career Mode with Liverpool. We play Manchester City, but of course we have the FA Cup final and the Champions League final coming up. So please do leave a like and subscribe to say goodbye to this incredible series that we've had through FIFA 22. And of course, with the league already won, the team is Mignon, Bogle, Dijk, Konate and Tsimikas, Locatelli and Gallagher. We've got Saka, Elliott, Doku and Jota. We're trying to limit our injuries as much as possible and try and keep everyone as fully fit as they can be for the FA Cup and Champions League finals. This game against City is a formality. The league is already won, but we will try, of course, to get as many points as we can. Jota here, looking for the counter-attack. Here is Gallagher from the City corner. He's got Doku up with him, Jota as well. Gallagher all the way, 1-0 Liverpool. Now this would be a very, very nice way to close off the Premier League season. Still a couple of Premier League games left as well to play. But Conor Gallagher shining as he tends to do when he plays. A wonderful goal from him. Here is Foden. Controlling the ball nice and tightly, plays it to Silva. Foden into Maya, and Mignon makes the save. Cancelo. Here is Ferran Torres, bearing down into the area now. Away from Konate, square ball for Bernardo Silva, it makes it 1-1. It is one hell of a bumper episode we have for you here today. It is a long one, it is a big one. And at the end we'll also talk about my FIFA 23 plans as City level things up. Ederson under a bit of pressure, launches it away. Won by Gallagher. Here's Harvey Elliott, controls it well. In a lot of space, takes the shot on and it's off the crossbar. Silva lets it go for Koulibaly. Now into Bernardo Silva. Up against Tsimikas. Into Foden here, all the way across. Torres slots it in, and just before half time, City have taken the lead. It's a well-worked goal from them. We've got too many bodies really in the box. So that shouldn't really happen, but they're also well spread out. The midfield should be a bit deeper really. We're into the second half and his ball is played into Silva and he's getting away from Tsimikas. Great tackle though from Konate. Doku. Jones. Curtis Jones playing it into Jota. Over to Harvey Elliott. Elliott is into the area. Elliott strike and Ederson has tipped it past the post. Curtis Jones into Locatelli. Here's Jota, clipping it over wonderfully, chested down and then comfortably putting on the volley from Harvey Elliott's wonderful goal, 2-2 at the Etihad. Brilliant piece of play this. Look at that, and then the control there as well from Elliott is sensational, 2-2. Maya wide for Sterling, it's 2-2. Maya back into Sterling. City toying it with us in our own box here. Can't really get it clear. Here's Weghorst into Sterling, who takes it first time. And City do not take too long to hit back in front. Not much time remaining in this one as City restore the lead. Good finish from Sterling. The final action will be a Milinkovic-Savic free kick launched in away by Konate. Is there time for the counter? I'm not sure. There will be. There will not be. We do lose at the Etihad with a second string side beaten. I think might want to calm down there. I think he's happy that they're secured a Champions League spot. And here is the FA Cup final. It's Liverpool Manchester United. Can we get revenge on the team that beat us in the League Cup final just a few episodes ago? That was not an ideal time. We're better than United pretty comfortably. They do have an interesting team, though, to be fair. So let's look at the paths to the final. They took on Leicester, Barnsley, Wolves. We beat Everton, Bristol City and Chelsea. They had a much tougher run than them. Have a quick look here. Spotlight of Alexander-Arnold, who returns from his injury, of course, who's not played many minutes as he's back for this very, very important run-in of two big finals. Trophies on offer. We didn't get to see us lift the league trophy. For some reason, it just never happened. But we are the champions of the Premier League. And can we also become domestic cup champions? It is a rematch against United at Wembley. We were comfortably beaten in the one with the League Cup final. Let's see how the FA Cup final can turn out for us. Fans in their droves, are packed out, sold out Wembley. Here's your Liverpool lineup: is Mignon, Alexander-Arnold, Gomez, Konate and Lodi, Locatelli, Guimaraes, Chiesa, Diaz, Bellingham and Vlahovic. We'll line up in our classic 4-2-3-1 kind of formation with Bellingham behind Vlahovic, who sits of course a little bit deeper in to make it more of a midfield three. United's team is Henderson, Calabria, Koundé, Tomori and Shaw, Paredes and Zakaria sitting, Sancho and Gnabry wide with Bruno Fernandes behind Moise Kean, a like-for-like formation essentially for the two sides. Here is Denis Zakaria, the Swiss midfielder, playing it forward to Moise Kean. Coming forward, everyone's backing off him. Gomez goes in, but the ball slipped through for Sancho and Mignon stops it. The ball is here for Sancho, plays it into Moise Kean. There's a lot of space here. Gomez read it so well, but gives it straight back to Fernandes. Gnabry, can they find an angle? Fernandes shoots, and Mignon gets down to it. As Lodi picks up an early booking as well. Gomez has space to run forward, finds Jude. Plays it to Guimaraes. Vlahovic can put it for Diaz, but it's a bit short, but Diaz will keep fighting. Diaz has won it and got through. And he forces a Dean Henderson save. We've got a corner. Chiesa takes. It's right in towards Konate. Might come for Locatelli, but Henderson will gather it. Sancho into Moise Kean. Wide again for Sancho. Lodi had to get that right. He didn't commit a foul, but he didn't get it right. Sancho. Will he go alone or will he wait for support? He does wait for Calabria. King. Into the area, someone's got to shut him down. Fernandes turns, good block in there between Guimaraes and Gomez, but it's come back for United. Paredes takes a shot on, deflected. Fernandes takes the strike on, and when it came to him, and United have taken the lead. It is 1-0 to United at Wembley in the FA Cup final. Fortunate deflection, but got to do better to stop that second ball than the shot coming in from Fernandes. We are on the stroke of half-time here. Can we change the narrative? Change the half-time team talks as Bellingham plays the ball through for Luis Diaz first time. Yes, we can. The Colombian strikes. What a sensational season he's having. And it's another massive goal for Diaz. The Colombian here getting the perfect ball from Bellingham, threading it through the gap. First time here, catches Henderson unaware. And now we're into the second half. Here is Chiesa into Alexander-Arnold, who gets the 1-2. Chiesa clips it in towards Vlahovic, and Henderson save. Not enough power on it. Chiesa with a chipped cross there really took any force out of what could have been a header from Vlahovic. The corner is straight to Henderson, though it's really poor. And Henderson will roll this one out to Koundé. Playing it straight at Vlahovic, though really poor. Here's Diaz, cutting on his right foot, and with the curler, Dean Henderson makes another save for United. They're under pressure here. Federico Chiesa's corner. It's in towards Vlahovic. It's going to be cleared by Shaw, but only as far as Redan Lodi. It's another save from Henderson. United cannot get this ball clear as the Italian looks to take another corner. In it comes towards Vlahovic again. Headed away by Tomori, down for Lodi. He's going to hit it. It's blocked. Might still come for Lodi. Blocked again. They can't properly clear it. Trent's come for Locatelli maybe. And it's gone in! We've taken the lead. I'm not sure how. Locatelli claims it. The Italian celebrates. Let's take a look here. There's a huge slice of fortune, that's for sure. Yeah, I think as the defender, I think it's Calabria, tries to clear it here. It comes off of Locatelli. It does, and it goes through and in for 2-1. Alexander-Arnold playing the ball down the line for Chiesa, who's got space. Chiesa running through Federico Chiesa. Great ball. Luis Diaz just it down. Great finish, 3-1. And suddenly we are comfortable. From 1-0 down, we lead 3-1 just before the hour mark. It is a wonderful ball from Chiesa, but the nerves of steel of Diaz to chest it down and put it in on the volley. Here is Gnabry into Basuma. The former Brighton man plays it to Shaw. Plays it across. There's Fernandes. A lot of space and time, and he slots it in. That pocket he has been picking up in between the centre-backs and the midfielders has, well, paid dividends twice now. Look at him. He's in acres of space. It's Bellingham who's closest to him. Doesn't stay with him. And it's 3-2. Konate. Oh, he's played it straight at Fofana. It's rebounded. And it's led to United having a potential attack here. Sancho, who's into our box now, pulls it across. Fernandes, all the way across for Gnabry. What a save from Mignon. Here's Diaz. Wide for Chiesa, who's going to beat Shaw all day long. Pops it in. There's Diaz, and what a save from Henderson. No hat-trick for him. Could have killed the game off again. Stopped United momentum dead. But Henderson pulls off a good stop. Shaw plays it to Gnabry. Shaw down the line. Cristiano Ronaldo with the fresh legs. We'll get to it on the left wing. Shaw. Gnabry into Fernandes, who's got that space again. He's got a hat-trick. It's 3-3. United keep coming back to us and making us pay for these defensive errors. Here is Basuma. 10 minutes to play in the cup final. It is 3-3 now. The ball comes in early. There's Bruno Fernandes again, and he's scored again. They can't do this to us again, surely. Fernandes has got all four for United. And again, it is that pocket that we have not fixed. In between the midfielders and the defence. He just pops in too easily into so much space. And it's a great finish for 4-3. And straight from kickoff, we have got to progress. Here's Jude Bellingham looking to be the one to make that happen. Wide for Lodi at left back. Guimaraes finds Bellingham. Lodi. Guimaraes. We've got to be patient, but we've also got to hit them quick. It's a difficult task. Bellingham loses out to Sancho. Here's Calabria back to Henderson. Oh, he's played it straight to Bukayo Saka. Saka is in. Square ball. Vlahovic with the tap in. It's 4-4. What a cup final we're seeing. Dean Henderson, who has been so reliable for them today, really, being the one that cost them the goal is not what they would have expected. And United will kick off with Cristiano Ronaldo at 4-4. With both teams be looking for a winner. Ronaldo trying to slide it in behind Lodi. Sancho's got there. Konate comes across and takes it strongly. Commanding presence is Konate. Here's Diaz. Diaz into Guimaraes. Flicking it over for Bellingham. Can he win it? Jude slots it in the corner for 5. Wembley goes berserk as Liverpool take the lead in the dying embers. Unbelievable. It's Jude Bellingham. Of course it's him. He always pops up when we need him the most. And look at this for a calm finish into the bottom corner. 5-4. 2 minutes of injury time remain. United pushing. Basuma. Fernandes. Can he produce one more moment of magic? He might. Fernandes saved by Mignon. Oh, the nerves now. United corner. Sancho to deliver it. James Milner heads it away. Paredes. Gnabry. Is there a chance here for United to shoot? Basuma. Sancho. Can he pull it across? Konate clears it. Saka heads it away. And there's the full-time whistle. Take a breath and take in these scenes at the full-time whistle at Wembley. We are the winners of the FA Cup. You can see what it means to him. Another piece of silverware. We are Premier League champions. We are FA Cup winners. And we've got 2 Premier League games to play in between. But right at the end, we have the Champions League final as well. Can we round off this wonderful, wonderful series of FIFA 22 by taking home the biggest trophy in club football once again? I will now leave you to watch the celebrations as the team lifts the FA Cup. We play Southampton now. It is Mignon in goal, Bogle, Phillips, Delict and Tsimikas. You've got Fofana and Gallagher in midfield. Ahead of them it's Saka, Elliott and Doku and Jota up top. Here is Conor Gallagher. Into Yusuf Fofana. Out to Bogle here, the right back getting forward. Did so well in Trent's stead. Here is Elliott. Good ball into him. Good recovery as well. Fofana on the turn. Slots it in for 1-0 to Liverpool. Really good from Yusuf Fofana. What you like to see from him. Elliott there, I don't know what he was trying to do, but the way he rolls and slots in Fofana there is wonderful. Grimes, tackle by Fofana. Here's Elliott. Jota. Laws in his man, finds the space and the pace of Doku. Jeremy Doku here now, the Belgian. Pulling it back, yes he will for Jota. Good save, Doku. To Jota again, another good save. Jota might get a third bite of the cherry if the keeper can't get hold of it, and he does. A lot of space for Sanchez. Sanchez wide for Decore. Here is, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but we just about do enough, and Conor Gallagher comes away with it. Elliott into Jota. Finds the space for Jeremy Doku again. The pace, he is away. Doku to finish things off. No, he can't, but it comes to Jota, who nods it home for 2. And Liverpool lead 2-0 against Southampton now. Wonderful scenes at Anfield. Good save initially. Open goal for Jota. Here is Esposito. Wide for Galeno. Into the second half as Southampton look to pull one back here. Can we keep the clean sheet? Galeno into Sanchez, and no we can't. It is 2-1. Southampton pulled the goal back just after half time. That's not what we wanted. That shifts the momentum right into their corner. And despite the fact we're already champions, we do still want to keep winning these games. It's 2-1 now. Grimes hitting a wonderful ball out to this man. It's a really poor ball. Gallagher will cut it out. Tsimikas into Elliott. We'll play it to Doku, who has got pace to burn. Jeremy Doku away from his man. Playing it into Harvey Elliott, who finishes it off well for 3-1. And the warm-up for the Champions League final is looking quite good at the moment. Doku doing so well again, creating another big chance. And Elliott finishes this one off with his right boot. Even. A free kick for Southampton, play for by the keeper, cut out by Jones. It's really poor. Jota's onto it. Diogo Jota in on goal. Oh, and it's stopped by the keeper. He took too long to take the shot on, did Diogo. They've lost it again. Here's Saka into Fofana. Should have just taken it on himself. Here's Bogle. Fofana finds Jota. Brilliant ball into Jones, who slots it in that bottom corner for 4-1. And that is the game, all wrapped up nicely. It's a really good ball from Jota. How does he see that? And the keeper should probably do better, but he doesn't. Seconds remaining. Jones receives the ball from Milner as the full-time whistle goes. It ends Liverpool 4, Southampton 1. A nice, comfortable victory, which I believe is our last game at Anfield before we head to the Champions League final after our last Premier League away day. as we go to Arsenal. It is Mignon in goal, Bogle, Phillips, De Ligt and Tsimikas. Fofana and Jones in the midfield. We've got Saka, Elliott and Doku with Jota up top. Here is Phillips playing the ball into the midfield for Elliott. Jones has ran ahead of him. Jota works it wide for Doku. Doku to the byline, cuts back. Here's Tsimikas. Jota over to Elliott. Wonderful football and it's saved. Arsenal now with Ødegaard coming forward. Takes shot on, blocked by Phillips. Falls for Darwin Núñez. And Mignon makes the save. Into the second half now. Here is Ødegaard. What an interception from De Ligt that is. Doku. Jota. Rolls. Finds Harvey Elliott. Can he finish? Yes, he can. It's 1-0 at the Emirates to Champions League final bound Liverpool. And these players are playing for a spot in that squad. Harvey Elliott doing himself absolutely no dangers. He's really putting things in my head for this final. Jones switches the play to Jadon Bogle. Oh, it's a poor attempt. Tavares overhits it and Fofana wins it back. Here's Bukayo Saka, who loses out. Bruma finding Neerhouse. Good tackle from Fofana, who plays it into Diogo Jota. Can he finish? Square ball for Harvey. It's 2-0. Harvey Elliott. Does he start? Does he start the Champions League final? Harvey Elliott. Ooh, that's a thought. Kessie. Ødegaard. Finding Darwin Núñez, who slots it in. Of course, the Uruguayan forward who currently plays for Liverpool in real life, and we'll be seeing him in FIFA 23, puts that one away very nicely. And it's 2-1. James Milner has the chance for a free kick. Come on, James. Make yourself a hero. A last moment of glory in his final Premier League game is comfortably wide. And it will be an Arsenal goal kick. And it looks like they might play this one short. Jota's going to run in. Oh, keeper doesn't react. Jota's got it. Jota slots it in for 3-1. Jota loves a goal against Arsenal. He's gotten another one here today. And oh my word, keeper, what are you doing? Brilliant from Diogo, horrendous from Arsenal. De Ligt. Over for Kostas Tsimikas into Luis Diaz. Jota playing the ball in for Harvey Elliott, who's in for his hat-trick. Oh, he's put it wide. No Premier League hat-trick for him, but there's Cabral, and it's a good save from Mignon. Oh, De Ligt's giving it straight back to him. The ball's come in. Can we get it away? It's bounding around everywhere in there. Oh, well, now's that gone in. Come on, just a goalkeeper's never getting beaten there. Just never in a million years is any professional goalkeeper getting beaten with a straightforward header straight at him. Come on. Ødegaard. The seconds are ticking away for Arsenal. They're 3-2 down. Can they find a winner? The shot is on and Mignon saves. Corner for Arsenal. We are over the allotted time. But as long as it stays dangerous, it looks like we're going to carry on. Ødegaard delivers this one. Stays alive. Tavares back for Saint-Maximin, and it's saved by Mignon again. Ødegaard with another corner. Mignon will come and claim it, and the full-time whistle will go. Liverpool 3, Arsenal 2 at the Emirates. As our preparations are complete, there's nothing more we can do. We now go to the Champions League final. Whew. And here we are. Arena of Schalke. I'm assuming that's Schalke Stadium. I don't know that as a fact. Maybe I should have looked that up. But we play Inter Milan. We are classified as the away team here in this glorious stadium. There is what we're here to play for. We've won it a few times. We've lost it a few times as well. And there will be some very interesting names in this Inter side. As you can see there, 4 former Man United players lining up together. There are some interesting ones when you get to see the lineups in a moment here. Plenty of familiar names for those Premier League fans out there. Lots of names that you will recognise. Lots of brilliant footballers, lots of pace Lots of good dribbling ability, lots of pace in that Inter side, looking to punish us for that high line that we like to play at times. It is a huge finale for FIFA 22. Inter Liverpool Champions League final. And here is your Inter team. So you might recognise a few names in there already. You might recognise Mohamed Salah's name on the bench. So you've got Martinez, Sula, Skriniar, Van der Hoosen, Gagliardini, Pogba, Depay, Barella, Lazaro, Martial and Rashford. A lot of former Premier League players in there. A lot of them. Lazaro, of course, I think was on loan at Newcastle a few seasons ago in real life as well. So there's another one to add to that. Nicolas Suna, of course, formerly of Bayern. Skriniar, been there a long time. Martinez, formerly of Arsenal and Villa as well, of course. But we also have a former Inter man in our side. A Liverpool team, this is what I believe is firmly our best out-and-out 11, and that's why I have picked this team. It's Mignon in goal, Lodi, Konate, Gomez, Trent, Chiesa, Locatelli, Guimaraes, Diaz, Bellingham, Vlahovic. Champions League final, here we go. Here is Barella. Into Marcus Rashford. Wide for Depay. Depay up against Alexander-Arnold. First real chance for them to progress. He's turned Alexander-Arnold, but then goes back. Trent can't quite do enough. Here is Paul Pogba. Pogba into Memphis Depay over Martial, laying off for Rashford, who smashes it in. And it is the four former United men that all combine for Inter to take the lead. You know, there's a half of Manchester right now that is ecstatic with how that goal played out. Pogba, Depay, Martial, Rashford goal. 1-0 down in the final. Lazaro, Skriniar into Gagliardini. There's a lot of space in behind. Lodi here with Valentino Lazaro. Inside for Barella. Back to Lazaro. Neither want to commit to be the one to play it in. Here's Martial, who's come for it short, and it's cut out by Ibrahima Konate. Here's Luis Diaz, the Champions League top goal scorer. Can he extend that? As he bombs through, he's away from Skriniar here. One-on-one with the keeper at the tight angle. It's saved and cleared away. Can we keep it alive? Barella can only head it as far as Locatelli. Here's Diaz. Vlahovic laying it off. There's Bellingham, who gets himself another big final goal to level things against Inter. A very important goal, and Bellingham plays because that's what he does. He pops up in this perfect area to finish off that move. Here's Joe Gomez, who's got himself forward. Chiesa against his former team. Blocked by Van der Hoosen. Back to Alexander-Arnold, who'll play it into Bellingham, who'll control it. Takes it down so well. Bellingham forces a difficult save out of Emi Martinez. And it is a Liverpool corner. Chiesa to deliver this one. In towards Dusan Vlahovic. Oh, it's in from Dusan Vlahovic. He wins the header without really taking off of the ground too much. Inter will not be happy with that. It is 2-1 in the final. A very tight game. A very poor goal to give away from Inter's perspective. Into the second half, and here is Marcus Rashford into Barella. Over for Lazaro. Still Lazaro here, looking for a bit of support. It's going to be cut out by Lodi. The chance for Diaz now to come forward. Still Diaz, away from Skriniar. Diaz. Luis Diaz delivers it. Vlahovic chests it down, beautiful control, saved, and then off the line. Has to go in, it has to do better. Gomez is forward. Locatelli, Bellingham. Can we do something with this still? Guimaraes takes the shot on. It's held. Pogba into Martial. There is Marcus Rashford. Gomez does well to marshal him. Here's Chiesa finding Guimaraes. It's very surprising he's managed to get himself as a permanent fixture into this lineup. You wouldn't have thought so at the start of the season, that we would have needed him in January, as Diaz could go all the way here. Diaz saved and cleared away. Martial looking for the Inter counter. Oh, we can't do enough to stop him here. Here's Rashford. Pogba. Depay sees the ball on for Rashford. Gomez is there with him. Rashford's going to take the strike on, and oh my word, it's gone in. That is one of the most unrealistic goals I've ever seen. You will never, and I repeat this, you will never ever see a real goal like that in your life. If you can find one, fair enough, prove me wrong, but I don't think you can. What on earth? It's 2-2. I suppose it's a special moment in a big final. It's what you want these players to produce. Here is Mohamed Salah against Lodi. Salah into Martial. Tackled by Gimares wonderfully. Here's Diaz. Vlahovic finds the ball for Diogo Jota. Jota on the right wing. He's ahead of his man. Diogo Jota slots it through the legs of Martinez. And it's 3-2 in the league final. The Champions League final. Jota getting the big goal on as a substitute on the right wing. Coming on for Chiesa, who just wasn't having a particularly interesting game. And his first action is just put it in the back of the net. It's 3-2. Inter have a free kick, very dangerous area. We know Rashford can smash them. Salah rolls over it. Rashford takes it. Oh, it's a thunderbolt. And Mignon tips it over. Seconds left. Is there time for Inter to get forward? I'm not sure there will be. Sula into Pogba. Rashford, they've got to be a bit quicker. They've played it backwards and it's gone. It's over. Liverpool are European champions once again. What a way for us to close this out. What a way for us to win another European title. Inter dejected. They played a great game. They played a tough game. They did so well, but they couldn't stop Liverpool. They couldn't stop the Reds from clinching yet another title. This group of lads that we've had over these few seasons have just been utterly sensational. What can you even say that hasn't already been said? As we will now look to lift the trophy again. We will lift the Champions League trophy. There's Alexander-Arnold coming up. And of course, the man who has the armband in my Liverpool team is Joe Gomez. As captain, he looks to lift the Champions League trophy for Liverpool. And this is how we end this career mode. Victorious once again on a big happy note. I always hope that we're going to get like a big win on the last game, but you know, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. But this time it did. It was a dramatic final episode. Really amazing to see that we lift yet another European trophy. Joe Gomez there in the Liverpool end, going mad with the squad. Thank you to all of you who have watched this. Thank you to so many players that have taken part in this career mode and made this so memorable, and my best ever on YouTube, my favourite that I've ever done. And coming up very shortly, I'll briefly talk through my FIFA 23 plans after I've shown you this season's stats and who got the player of the season. But for now, we just enjoy the fireworks as we lift the title. We take the famous picture that we like to do when we win a trophy. Liverpool UEFA Champions League champions officially. And that is it then. We have completed everything that we set out to do. It's finally finished because FIFA 23 is right on the horizon. So we'll take a quick look at the final statistics of what happened throughout that season, and then we'll detail what's coming for FIFA 23. So you can see we finished top, 28 wins, 9 draws and just a single defeat. 129 goals, 52 conceded, leaving with us a 77 goal difference and winning the league on 10 plus points. Or just 10 points even. United got themselves right back in there, of course, contested 2 finals against them, losing the League Cup but winning the FA Cup. So we can't really complain. Everton right up there in 5th and weren't far off Champions League football. You see Arsenal and Spurs mightily dropped off. The relegation was Villa, West Brom and Watford in there as well. When you look at the top goal scorers, it was a landslide victory for 36 goals in 33 games. I think that breaks the all-time record unless we'd set a higher one previously, which I do not remember. Dusan Vlahovic, 36 league goals. Jota in there getting 17 as well. He had a fantastic season when he played. Is there anyone else in here? Yes, we've also got Diaz, who got 13 and 25. In terms of assists, no surprise that we also dominate that. Jota and Vlahovic both with 20. Diaz up there with 9. Elliott got himself 8 as well. Alexander-Arnold got himself 7. Nice to see one of the fullbacks up there. And Chiesa also got 6, so did Saka. In terms of clean sheets, 8 in the end. Oh, I could have sworn we got way less than that. He's essentially joint second, which is kind of mental. One more and he would have shared the Golden Glove with Sanchez and Henderson, as well as Ederson. If we look at the Champions League, you can see that your Champions League top goal scorer was Luis Diaz with 12 goals in 9 games. Also, Victor Osimhen getting himself 9 and 6 was very nice to see as well. See, Bellingham's got himself 6 as well. Anyone else on there? Yes, you've got Vlahovic sneaking in with 5 and 7, who didn't tend to play as much. Osimhen got the majority, I believe, because of the group stage games. Vlahovic was tended to be rested and play more in the league. Assist-wise, Chiesa is up there with 7. We've also got 5 each for Osimhen and Vlahovic playing up front. You've got Jota, who got 3. So did Tsimikas, and I see him in there. Diaz also getting 3, as did Saka and Bellingham. And clean sheet-wise, we actually have the Golden Glove in our team. It is Mignon who gets only the 3 clean sheets in 12 appearances. But he gets the clean sheet. Just have a quick flick through. You can see quite a lot of good performances in here. Nice a bit of Luga to get an appearance. Not really going to talk too much about it. It doesn't really matter at this stage. We're just sort of having a quick glance at the final statistics. What happened? Locatelli had a very good season. See who was our player of the season. Diaz is looking like he's going to be up there. Some fantastic scores. Long term here, Jota might be the one, 7.3. I think he's leading. It's Osimhen 7.4. Oh, it's Vlahovic. Osimhen unfortunately injured, but it ends being Vlahovic, who is our player of the season. 45 appearances, 46 goals in all, 28 assists and 10 of the clean sheets while he was on the pitch as well. What an unstoppable striker he was for us in this final season. So first of all, I just want to thank you all so much for watching and being with me throughout this career mode. It's I know I've been a little bit inconsistent at times, but I plan to hopefully pick that back up again. Now FIFA 23 is just under 2 weeks away, I believe, when this goes live. So that's very exciting. The initial plan is to do at least one season of a Liverpool Career Mode. Start off with that, because that's a good 10, 12 episodes that gets the ball rolling. And then we'll just see where we go from there. If we're enjoying it or didn't achieve everything, we can do a second season. Or we can jump in and try and do something else. But I'm definitely going to start off with that Liverpool Career Mode, because that's where I have the most fun, gets the most people in, gets them involved, gets the channel some views, and hopefully gets a bigger audience for when we do the next thing. So thank you all so much for watching. I'm very excited for what comes next, and I'll see you all very, very shortly for FIFA 23. Do not forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.